Games, board games. I might be talking about board game prototypes, but I'm not gonna shout. All I'm saying is that if it looks bad, that might be exactly what you need to have, and it certainly works for me. But for you, you might think things through differently. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are, 10 a.m. is UK time. Time for Busy Beats and Board Game Bladder. And today I am chatting about. Just wanting rubbish prototypes. Sometimes it's really good to have something that looks rubbish. If something's hastily drawn, that's okay. If something's rubbish, then why? Firstly, you're willing to chuck it away. Secondly, by having it physical, you can move it around. If you've got it on a spreadsheet, you can't. I like to place the cards there, look at the card, ponder, what does this go with? Move things around, move things. That's what makes it work in my mind. And that's all I am saying today. Hello, Dina. It is lovely to see you, and I hope you are generally well. What's up with you? What have been some of your recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights? Now, as always, on a Friday, I have a super short stream because I'm about to go on my way to playtest. And what I've been up to is, like, this morning, got to shower, made one of the decks for my deck construction game. Second deck I will make when I get there. And that's my recent highlights. I've also made a spreadsheet for a game about selecting 7 cards, speedily searching for synergies. And so that's all done. I might have another look at it tonight, but it's good enough. And, I need to keep telling myself that. Dina says, yes, terrible prototypes are fantastic. Love heart highs. I just filmed 3 Kickstarter videos. I'm planning for Aircon. That's fantastic. Well, I might see you then, because I will be there as well. And that sounds super exciting, with a theatre sale and a Victorian dress. Amazing. Let's talk about brilliant things. What's a little thing which is brilliant? Brilliant thing today is, obviously, terrible prototypes are brilliant, but so are fancy dresses. I mean, that's a good shout. I mean, sometimes you just want to look elegant. Sometimes it's like, hey, look at me. Now, when I'm cycling, I tend to not wear anything that goes below my knees, because otherwise it gets potentially tangled up in the spokes. It's also how flowing it is. If it's like too flowing, then it can get tangled up in the spokes. But sometimes it's like, hey, check me out. And it's nice to be able to do that. I mean, tomorrow I'll be wearing a skirt that's got to, I'll be kind of walking over to the station and walking back, putting everything probably into a little suitcase. But yeah, that's my brilliant thing. As always, comments, ask questions, fun, like, follow. Prototypes, get them out, make it physical. You can work on digitally if you want, but for me, putting pen to paper gives me so much more energy. Getting some music on the go, getting some energizing thing, feeling that rush to physically type, this feels to me a lot more energizing than this. And that's just me. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. But also to me, moving things around and doing this and saying, okay, how would these go together, and collecting them, it allows me to make connections physically on the table with a bit of movement, and that works a lot better when I'm thinking, okay, what does this card combo with? What does that card combo with? I could, in theory, use one of those digital notice boards or pin boards or whatever, but for me, having it on the table, that's just so much better. And that's all I'm saying today. As always, over to you. What are you up to? You can share a button if you want to. What are you up to? I'm going to skedaddle and race over. And yeah, Dina says, I think I will wear that fancy dress for Aircon. I look forward to seeing it. Wonder if it'll look good with a top hat. Only one way to find out. It's rather modest and not too big at the hem, so it should be nice to move around in. I'll be warm for sure. I mean, Aircon is a fairly warm place. The early prototypes help a lot in order to get a good feel for the game, how it moves around, the kinetic feedback. Yeah, it's not just about having it an early prototype, but I'm specifically talking about, having it physical rather than just putting it on one of these digital things, whatever digital platform you might be. And for me, that's what I'm really advocating for. Make it physically. As always, recap and wrap up before we finish up. Make your thing physically. That's pretty much it. I'm Stuff by Bez in all the places. Lots of love. Stuffbybez.com/streams. Tomorrow I'll be at Friendly Board Gamer Convention. I will do probably a quick walk around, so we'll see how that goes. Please share, spread the word. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for popping in, Dina. It's lovely to see you as always. And the only thing left for me to say is bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Blue, blue, bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.